Hello, this is Mr. Collier, and today I'm doing a Facebook math brain teaser that I've seen posted on many people's walls. A lot of people are getting the wrong answer, so I decided to make a podcast showing the correct number of squares in this figure. So I've categorized them into 5 different types of squares: tiny squares, 1 by 1 up to 4 by 4. Okay, so by tiny squares I mean these little squares here. I'm going to number them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 tiny squares. Okay, so there's 8 tiny squares. Let's put in that number 8. And then we're going to go on to the 1 by 1 squares. And that one's pretty obvious too. There's a 1 by 1 square. There's another 1 by 1 square, another 1 by 1 square, and so on. You're going to count as 4 by 4 altogether, so there's 16 of those 1 by 1 squares, plus these 2 1 by 1 squares in the middle. So this is 4 by 4 altogether, so there's 16 1 by 1 squares in the whole thing, plus these 2 in the middle, so that's a total of 18. So there's 18 1 by 1 squares. Alright, so there's 18 there. 8 tiny squares. And let's go on to the 2 by 2 squares. Here's a 2 by 2 square. Okay, and so that's one 2 by 2 square, and here's another 2 by 2 square, just one to the right. And then there's another one right here, 2 by 2 square, so there's 3 on the bottom row. So that's 1, 2, 3 already. Then we're going to have 4, 5, and 6. And you're going to see on the top row here you also have 3 more. One there that's overlapping, and another one on the end. So there's 3, 3, and 3. That's 9 2 by 2 squares. 9 2 by 2 squares. And 3 by 3 squares. I'll put that in yellow. Here's a 3 by 3 square. And there's another one right over here. So that's 2. And then there's another 2 up here. So there's 1. And here's another one. So altogether there was 4 3 by 3 squares. And of course there's one giant 4 by 4 square. Okay, so there's one of those. If we add up all these numbers together, you will get 40. Okay, so that's how you solve that problem. Now the more challenging problem in this figure is to try to figure out how many rectangles are there. We've got 1 by 2s, we've got 1 by 3s, we've got 1 by 4s, we've got 2 by 3s. So if you really want a challenge, why don't you try that problem?